I'm back, bitches. I know you missed me, even though half of you cheap bastards voted not to pay for these videos. Well, this year, it's too damned bad. It is far too much fun to review your crappy teams week after week, all the while laughing at what retards you all are. And retards you really are. Let's begin with a quick congratulations to Dan. He is expecting his first child, a baby boy, on February 1st. He'll be a great dad. That being said, back to you idiots. Starting out with the biggest retard in your silly little league. It has become very clear, very fast that Tony's head must have been waterlogged from too many bubble baths. The Great White Hope obviously has a few screws loose after drafting an all-white team, in a sport dominated by superior black athletes. If this was your way of trying to help us realize who the superior race is, please consider your 63-point performance as rock-solid evidence. Blacks 1, Tony 0. Your team blue. I'm certain that you will break the record for lowest point total in a game, and for the entire season. I am sure Van is going to be glad to be rid of those titles. What I really liked about your performance was your lone black draft pick decided to stick it to the man, and scored just 4 points. In your face, he said. In your face. Maybe next season, you don't wear mentees, let your boys breathe, and draft a decent team again. Our second worst performance was put in by a guy who is tied with Van for the record of lowest score in a single game. It wouldn't be a season opener if Jason's guys didn't decide to put forth subpar performances. You somehow chose an improved Bills defense, which subsequently gave up a week-high 48 against the Jets, a team that didn't score a single offensive touchdown all preseason. Only you can pull off something like that. Well done, Jay, well done indeed. You should start mentally sending positive vibes to your players so they can be in good spirits for next week. Our third retard of the week just happens to be our very own cross-dressing commissioner. Somehow every player Rich picks up is the next DeMarco Murray, or the steal of whatever round the guy was taken in. That's why, when Stafford, a so-called steal at the end of round 2, threw 3 picks and scored just 13 points, I had to laugh. You sure got your money's worth with that pick. I'm sure you were boasting about how much of a steal Matt Ryan is now, too. Even though he sat on your bench and scored more than any other player in fantasy. And when I see that Stafford is currently scheduled to start for you, on the road against the best defense in football, while Ryan plays at home, I just shake my head in amazement. Good luck with that. Moving on. Kerry and Van each scored 83 points this week. While losing in week 1 sucks, keeping it real did not really have a terrible game. A few more yards from a couple of guys and he would have had a few players in the bonus and been near 100. For Kerry, Philip Rivers has always been his most coveted quarterback, and while he finally had to turn over a free game, he certainly did not perform to your standards. When Alex Smith is your highest scoring quarterback, it's going to be a long season. Luckily, C.J. Spiller will take over the starting job for a few weeks and could help make up for a weak wide receiving core. Robert Meacham. Really? You can expect many more ass beatings like the one Casey gave you with that guy starting, scoring 89 points in his rookie camp debut. Donald and his token Negro team, I love saying that, scored 89 points and won. I find it ironic that Token Negro was the first team to play the all-white bubble bath Mantiz. Aside from Butterfingers Cruz, your team was fairly solid. I'm sure I am not the only person who was shaking my head at you when you started Jennings over Turner. Very interesting choice. It didn't hurt you though, as Turner and Jennings scored the same points. Congratulations on winning your first game. Enjoy it. There won't be too many of these coming your way if you keep trading stars for scrubs. Last year's champion fell to the Monkeys, 114-92. I'm not gonna lie, it's always nice to see the champ lose. 0 points from your running back is not going to get you many wins. Aside from that, the rest of the starters looked fine. Your bench, on the other hand, is a different story. Better start working on depth or your team will struggle mightily during bye weeks. Also, please help me understand what could possibly make you dress like such a creeper. Do you think you are some sort of Jedi Knight? This picture is creepy. Where is Chris Hansen when you need him? Maybe it's better that you draft from another state after all. This would have just made things uncomfortable. Winning your opener is great. Your trade for RG3 sure turned out to your advantage. I hope you feel good about yourself for ripping off the new guy in town. Scoring 95 points when you get 1 point from your second rounder is lucky. But then again, not much skill is needed when you open the season against Jason every year. You have now won the last 4 season openers against him and he has failed to score more than 75 points. Must be nice to start out like that every year. What isn't nice is how your fat ass needs a real haircut. No wonder it looks like crap all the time. Everyone's hair would look like yours if they all let a 2-year-old cut it. A word of advice. Spend $10 and go to a barber. Please, is Garrett the only guy to not make a single post this season? I think so. Which is why I won't waste my time here. You won. Whoop-dee-doo. I guess if you want to go all year by yourself, you can. But, I will tell you that Rich talked you up big time before we even had an open spot, about how involved in everything you would be. I guess, like last year when he dropped Victor Cruz, he was wrong. No worries though, as I predicted Tony started off hot but will surely join you in the silence. Scott, I don't know how you do it. Your team was solid and I hate it. Nobody in this league needs wins more than you. I hope this win helped ease the pain of that Alabama blowout. That Denard Robinson sure is dynamic against crappy teams, isn't he? Congrats to Casey for winning our very first weekly pot for high score. Solid game all around. You can go back to playing with your cat now. Not much to do with your team but set the lineup and roll.